Hey everyone, this is Ricky,
This is Kevin.
And core.
and we are back with the top four of the Langley BC City Championships. On the left, we have Phil playing Landorus Mewtwo Bouffalant, I believe, and on the right, we have Julian playing Darkrai Terrakion.
Say what?
Okay, sure. Right away, we see Phil Mulligan, I believe, and he gets a basic on his second draw.
Julian's probably has a Sableye if I had to guess.
Or Darkrai. Or
Terrakion.
There's only three bases in there.
Cold shot.
And so they're gonna start now.
They
I'd
shook hands
assume.
early on.
Yeah,
Good sign of...
Or we
Yeah.
filmed a little early. That's possible.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for the time to let them start.
So right away, maybe we should have some predictions if we have to wait here. I'm thinking this matchup.
Like on paper, I feel that Landorus is a strong card against Darkrai because it's just able to put pressure on Darkrai's turn one. But Phil does not start with the Landorus.
Phil starts with a Mewtwo, and Julian's gonna start with a Darkrai.
Phil gets to start first, but I
There's
don't.
a Skyla.
Yeah, I don't think there's much he can do on this first turn. Like he could X-Ball
He
for.
could
20.
computer search for a DCE if he doesn't have one. I don't like that though.
You could X-Ball for a whopping 20 damage. If that is what he
Put the
wishes.
pressure on early.
So right now he's just checking to see what surprise. Always a good move early on.
Grabs an Ultra Ball. So maybe I think he has a Landorus play here. I do see a fighting in his hand. Whether or not he has the switch, though. I'm guessing if he goes for the Ultra Ball,
a
he
turn
probably
one
does.
Landers for 60 would be good. Just like you said, applying pressure to Darkrai's.
Yeah, grabs the Landorus. So he probably has the switch in his hand. I know he has two fighting. And all of a sudden, that Darkrai is going to be down to 120.
Yeah, I mean, and Julian's on the best spot right now because next, his optimal play next turn is going to be able to get a Sableye Junk Hunt.
Oh, he has an Eviolite, too. That's good
Easy,
stuff.
oh, that's going to be rough for Julian to deal with that. Landers.
And so he's going to Hammerhead for 60. No bench, so he doesn't get to do the additional 30 to a bench Pokemon, but...
He's fine with that, probably. So, there's an Eviolite. So, if Julian can retreat the Darkrai,
He'll be okay.
Hammerhead will only be doing 10 to it.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Julian can be able to get a Junk Hunt off turn one.
Junk off.
I believe he's thinking about playing the Gold Potion.
That does look like a gold potion. I can see it right now, but he's just going to Tool Scrapper. That's okay. Oh, yeah, and he does gold potion. And he Skylas, so... Junipers. So he's not going to try for Sableye at all this turn.
Yeah, he's not even getting a draw supporter for turn, so... This is
And
not
I know he
the
plays a
great
couple
turn.
energy search, so he's not even going for energy here.
One thing that's interesting though is that when he played the gold potion, he decided to use it right away instead of waiting until next turn where he would
He's fighting.
yeah
Yeah.
next turn Hammerhead would do 40 to it, so he'd be at 100. So he could heal next turn for more value technically.
Yeah, he would be able to heal 90 instead of just healing for
So
60.
maybe he's worrying about N or something.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
And he just wants to get the gold potion in the discard early so he can Junk Hunt it back. Maybe. But it's just the
Phil
way
doesn't have anything either. Phil, that was a really quick turn. He just hit for 40.
Yeah. Do you even attach? No.
No, he has nothing.
His hands are pretty
So
good
maybe doing that turn when Landorus was not the best play.
Mhm.
So Julian's gonna Juniper.
Yeah, get him a new hand.
Yeah.
One thing though is he has a fighting energy on the Darkrai right now, so he doesn't even have free retreat yet.
Yeah. So okay, there's the dark, but
Yeah.
unless he has a,
Needs
it does look like he has a dark in the discard though. So if he has a dark patch and a Sableye,
or an arrow.
But
but
He
he
just
just
passed.
passes too. I think he'll be okay because the Mewtwo's active.
And Phil didn't have much action, so unless Phil had a switch in hand.
I don't think Phil has anything again. I see what I believe is a catcher there. Oh, he has a DC.
Double colorless.
That's gonna hit for
40.
40, yeah. So it's the same thing as attacking with Landorus.
Now you'd have to think Julian's gonna have something going here, either a dark for a Night Spear or even a Sableye play.
He can get like a lightning fast turn 3 Night Spear. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he might just go aggressive on the Night Spears and the Darkrai.
I think right now that's okay.
Another
Junipers
Juniper.
again.
Phil clearly doesn't have much. The way Julian puts his discard is interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be touching though.
Yeah,
But,
but
oh well.
I don't think anyone cares, and it just kind of looks nice.
You get to see all what you've played and whatnot.
Yeah.
And there's a potion, so he's going to go down to 10 damage. And yeah, I think at this point he's aggressively Night Spear. He's even powering up the next Darkrai. I think it's an energy switch in his hand, so even if that active one gets damaged, he could just power up the next one.
I think he also has a catcher in hand. He can possibly catcher the Landorus this turn.
Yeah,
as
which he does. So
Yeah,
that's a strong
play.
He wants to knock out the Landorus before it can do Land Judgment.
Because with an Eviolite, the Mewtwo really does nothing to his Darkrai. Unless he gets a lot of energy on
Well,
it.
it could still do 60. It's doing more than Landorus at this point.
At this point, but like I said, if
But Landorus is a bigger threat because now,
Yeah, in long term.
long term it can knock out Darkrai's with one shot, Land Judgment. And Phil still seems to have a dead hand.
Yeah, I think that...
He's
Oh, no,
plus
he
five.
must have a Juniper now. Or
Oh,
Bianca,
Bianca.
okay.
Bianca.
That's a start.
It's a tool scrapper.
So,
I really think that early Skyla cost him.
because you're saying he should have scouted for a supporter.
If his hand was that slow, I think so, yeah. I mean, he had the energy, so powering up Mewtwo is not the worst play.
He will Hammerhead here for ADT active though. Which,
And 30 on the bench.
yeah.
It's good. Puts another Mewtwo down. Is it set up for a KO? He's got 40 on it.
He attaches DCU to a benched Mewtwo.
I don't really like that.
Yeah,
To be
I think
honest.
he should have attached to his active Landorus to at least threaten. Well,
Or even
No,
the
I
other
wouldn't-
Mewtwo.
I wouldn't
Because
attack the
this
Landorus
is-
because he'd be knocked out, but
his Landorus is not. It has 90 on it, right?
yeah, so it's
Okay.
going to be knocked out.
I would attach it to the original Mewtwo and have an X ball that
I think-
big enough to
I think his reasoning is probably because he thinks that Julian plays a Mewtwo,
Yeah.
so he doesn't want to put all his eggs in one basket, so to speak.
But isn't X Ball right now like good enough to knock out the Darkrai? Because the Darkrai has 120 on it right now, I believe.
Yeah.
120. So
But just like it would be big enough, like it wouldn't be able to kill
The other Darkrai.
the other Mewtwo, the original Mewtwo.
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
only have 60. Julian could have a Dark Claw or a plus power, but
Yeah, I think Julian plays like one Dark Claw, or at least one.
But yeah, he would automatically just have 7 energy now on that Mewtwo, so he could easily kill the second Darkrai. Or even the first. Well, yeah, you'd have to kill the first, so yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Julian probably has the energy switch.
Yeah, he's switching out now.
Moving the fighting. So there's the knockout on Landorus. Julian's down to 4 prizes, and Phil's going to need a catcher to have a response here, which I'm not sure is the best situation you can be in.
How much damage is on the Darkrai right now?
The
The
active
benched one has, I believe, 120.
120. So an X ball right now would
It
do
would,
enough.
yeah, it would knock with
With
it would
no
knock with the
attachment.
bench one. I mean, one thing I could
The
say
active
is,
one is another problem, though.
yeah, that one has 30 damage on it, so it's going to take like a 2-shot from Mewtwo's.
And Phil's just deciding what to push up here.
Yeah.
Which Mewtwo?
One of them has 60, one of them is.
I think they both have 30 now, don't
Do
they?
they? I mean, if you did,
It's
I'm
not
not
gonna-
debating on it, but
No, yeah.
yeah.
I think he.
I think I would have pushed up the other one there.
Yeah, I think I would have pushed up the 60 damage Mewtwo. I think he was worried about the Night Spear for 90, and then so that the Mewtwo with 60 damage on it would have 150 damage on it. So Julian could potentially do a catcher play and knock it off with bench damage. But I believe Phil is playing Max Potion in his deck, so I think it's just better to
It puts
power up.
another Mewtwo to DC.
Yeah, that I don't.
I don't get it. Now, he did catcher the Darkrai with 120, so he's going to have enough. But had he attached to the active one, he could have seen a situation where he has enough to kill that fresh Darkrai.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, though. He could be scouting for Mewtwo.
But in this situation, you have 3 Mewtwo's. You can just... I think your best chance... Yeah, I think your best chance right now is just to go for a Mewtwo War. Oh, maybe Phil knows about Julian's deck beforehand. We know that Julian from before has played Enhanced Hammer, so maybe he's also watching out for that. He doesn't want to put...
But what good does it do on the...
I don't think you can afford to play around. Like it's not like putting it on the other Mewtwo plays around that.
Yeah. And benching the other, like if he enhanced hammers, then there's a target for, there's an extra target for catcher. And he gets enhanced hammers. So yeah, it wouldn't matter.
I mean, yeah, in the end, it wouldn't make a difference, but I think it's still
all he did is
play
to put it on the active.
Yeah, or to put it on the Mewtwo with another DC at least.
Yeah.
No, I'm guessing if he puts two DCE on a Mewtwo,
there's an Eviolite.
Julian can expel that Mewtwo and then Eviolite, and then Enhance Hammer the other DCE. So Phil would not have any energy in play.
Or you could put it on the benched one and then.
But none of the Mewtwo's are getting knocked out this turn, though.
Yeah,
it would be for next turn. And Phil's gone through 3 of his double colorlesses already. So that's going to be...
And there's none on the active right now.
Yeah.
That's also why I might have put it on the active. Because of Enhanced Hammer. Now he needs a DC or a switch to attack.
What Ricky was saying was that if he put 2 on the active, he probably would have Enhanced Hammer the bench.
Yeah.
One, so that wouldn't be able to attack later.
And then...
Well, it's not going to at this point because it has 90 damage on it. And if he pushes that up, he'll just lose. So...
Either way, I think Phil is in a pretty rough spot right now.
Yeah, Julian's even got the Terrakion there. That can come in and knock out that Mewtwo on the bench with 90 on it. So 2 of the Mewtwo's are sitting at 90, and Julian has 4 prizes left. I think at this point you would have to...
Phil's going to have to use a max potion or a gold potion.
Well, I just played computer search,
so
it's going to have to be max potion.
Okay.
Or a super scoop up, you never know.
Yeah.
Super scoop up would be really good right here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
When did he discard at that? Oh, a Durant. That is the Durant from Dragons Exalted.
That's the one that it's 1 colorless to get 1 card for your discard and put on top of your deck.
It is.
Yeah. Phil had made the 6 prizes article about his cities.
About this tournament report.
Yeah. And his reasoning behind the Durant was that oftentimes he found that he was a catcher away from winning. So he feels that the Durant can just help him out in a turn.
So like late game to just...
It's like a junk hunt.
Yeah.
Although I also heard him during the tournaments in his round 6 say, "Oh, I finally get to use this Durant." So
it didn't seem too useful.
Oh, he has his 4th DCE and a plus power. That's not going to kill though.
No,
that's only like 90, I believe. No, it's 70.
He could soften it up enough so that he can KO it next turn. And if Julian doesn't have a response,
Julian could have another Enhanced Hammer though. Oh, he catches Terrakion.
I don't really like that.
I don't know. But...
He has a Juniper. Maybe he just felt that he should have played it. But I mean, now you're just forcing energy out of the Terrakion.
I mean, to me, like, yeah, if he puts Julian only needs to put a dark energy to retreat the Terrakion, so he can't even try to stall that way.
I think he does get the Eviolite.
I think he got 2 Eviolite.
Yeah. So he'll be able to live a Night Spear this turn.
Next turn. That other Mewtwo will be it's not even going to matter on the other Mewtwo because he'll Night Spear twice and then. But he did put a Landorus down. But without any fighting on board, it's not like Energy Switch is going to make a difference here. Julian Ultra Balls for another Darkrai.
And yeah, I think he has everything he needs at this point, assuming he has a Dark Energy to retreat the Terrakion.
Yeah, he's sitting there with a fresh Darkrai. There's not really much that Phil can do to respond to it.
And Juniper too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and he gets the Dark. So Julian's in a really strong. Oh, and he
Yeah,
goes into Sableye.
Yeah, he's going to Sableye. I think he wants to junk hunt to get tool scrappers off the
Oh yeah.
Mewtwo's because technically, like if he Night Spears when they have tool scrappers, it makes no difference. I mean, Night Spears when they have tools on them.
That Landorus there though,
Landorus has no energy though.
but now he gets an extra turn to power it up.
No, but either way, like if there's Evilates on the Mewtwo, he takes another attack to do it.
Oh,
So like, you might as well junk hunt for tool scrapper plus something else.
Did you guys catch what he got besides the tool scrapper?
Probably a gold potion.
Yeah, I think that would be.
No, a gold potion still is probably a catcher.
That
Yeah,
makes
I'd
sense.
have to assume a catcher because then Phil can't push up Landorus and take a hit, or push up the other Mewtwo and take a hit.
Right now, if Phil does play Max Potion, that would be huge here.
Phil could play an N.
It would be.
I think Julian's the only one to play an N this game. So Phil could N and be in a pretty good spot. He just needs an energy to be able to kill this Sableye. I don't know if you'd want to. He does it anyway.
Yeah, the problem with KOing Sableye is Julian can possibly...
And he has the N too?
Yeah, I was going to say, the problem with KOing Sableye in this situation is that Julian can force Phil to take 3 Darkrai knockouts, forcing Phil to just take 7 prizes.
Yeah.
Which really...
Yeah, that
there's no value.
Terrakion never has to see the field again.
That's a possibility. Phil could knock out Terrakion, but like maybe with Land Judgment late game, but we'll see.
At this point, he needs to focus on the energy.
Yeah.
Well, he burned up that catcher last turn. I think he has another one there. Just X balls for the knockout.
Yes.
But yeah, he needs to either kill that Terrakion or knock out knock out 2 Darkrai to win the game. Which killing that Terrakion's not going to be easy. I know Julian runs potions in his deck too.
We'll have to see what Julian draws off this end. I believe he's played at least 3 Junipers. So he might not have much...
He could have his own end though. It's still end of 4.
Yeah. And then Sam knocks down one of Julian's cards.
Dark Patches. Yeah, that other Darkrai is going to be ready to go.
Yeah, at this point, I gotta say Julian looks in a good spot.
We said that 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Just restating.
But he does lose the Tool Scrapper now, though, so
Yeah.
that whole junk hunt was wasted in a way. And doesn't look like he has a Skylar or anything. He's a catcher, though, taking out the Landorus.
Yeah, he's gonna try to.
Oh, he has his
Oh,
own
yeah.
N.
Do you guys think you would have played the catcher at in that situation? Couldn't you just hope for the...
I like it. I think I would... With a fighting on board now, I think I would rather take out the Landorus.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Because these Mewtwo's are not going to do much, especially to a fresh Darkrai with Eviolite.
Well, like yeah, he could like.
No,
not
look at
this
that. It's
turn,
going to
but-
be a... Look at
No,
that.
yeah,
yeah.
But
He's just going to be able to cycle through the Darkrai's. And this way he does put... Oh, he puts it on the other Mewtwo. So everything's damaged now.
Yeah, it forces Phil to have a lot of heal.
And at this point, Phil still doesn't know if Julian runs Mewtwo or not.
I'm assuming he would think Julian doesn't. At this point, like he hasn't
He hasn't gone for it
benched
yet.
a Mewtwo at all.
Well, it could be
Unless
prized.
it's it could be prized.
Although we do know that Julian doesn't run it.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of rough to play Darks, Fighting, and Double Color?
No, you don't run DC.
Yeah, you just use the
You
energy
just-
switch
okay,
to surprise drop a Mewtwo just to handle other people's Mewtwo's.
Just a one-up.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes if you get a slow Night Sphere, people can just jam a Mewtwo down you.
Well, that's how you beat this deck.
Yeah.
Is you just Mewtwo them. So that other Darkrai has 3 Dark on it now. And yeah, he's just going to retreat to it. That Landorus is going to be knocked out. It's interesting he couldn't get a max potion there. That Landorus had no energy on it. And there you go. All the Mewtwo's are in knockout range now with a Dark Claw. Although he does have Eviolites. He has Eviolites. So I think Phil has to push up the one with 60 on it.
We know that Julian plays the Darkrai. Do you think he needed to attach the Eviolite on that turn to the
I
bench
don't think
Darkrai?
he needed to, but
Yeah.
maybe he was afraid of it being end away. Because at this point, Phil is in top deck mode.
I mean, because Julian only needs
Darkrai to win.
or a Tool Scrapper
So
or a Catcher.
yeah, if he doesn't play the Eviolite, he just has more outs to it. But I guess
He could Eviolite Terrakion though, if he.
Well, it's something minor.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
I don't think it's gonna make the difference.
Yeah, there's a lot that Phil needs to do here, and Julian only needs to take 2 prizes. It's interesting that Phil never got a Bouffalant into play. Do you think that Terrakion scared that play off?
Probably. Does Phil play Bouffalant?
He does.
He does?
He
Okay.
plays 2, I think.
Because Bouffalant is a very effective card against Darkrai usually.
Yeah, there's a catcher on a Mewtwo. Why doesn't he have Tool Scrapper? Bianca for
Bianca
5.
trying to hit the Tool Scrapper.
No.
And
No.
nope, he misses it. But he's still in a good spot. He could attack or he could save like here.
Yeah, this is Julian's game to lose at this point. Everything's there for him. He just needs a Darkrai or a Tool Scrapper, and then game's over.
At this point, he could just attack into Mewtwo's twice.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to go for Darkrai or Tool Scrappers.
Yeah. And if he puts 30 on that, if he puts 30 on the one with 60 on it, then
You can't retreat.
he could retreat into the other one, but then
Or
it's still
you
just a
retreat into
Tool
EV
Scrapper.
level
Yeah, so he does choose to just Night Sphere.
Yeah. Phil has an energy that won't be enough to KO. Is Darkrai still fresh?
I believe one of them is.
I don't think
I don't.
We need to get bigger dice next time we do this.
Well,
Yeah.
our screen is really small right now, so there's
Yeah.
nothing much we can do.
It's fine. Phil has 3 prizes left, right? 3
Yeah.
or 4. Yeah, so even if he does not go to Darkrai, it's not gonna matter.
It was pretty big Mewtwo.
Swing for the fences.
4 energies.
swing.
Well, it's not even close to knocking it.
No, it's only gonna do 100.
Maybe if Phil plays like 5 DC, it could do.
Shaman.
Shaman to be pretty good.
Shaman's pretty good.
It wouldn't even. I still doesn't Tool Scrapper though.
With a Shaman?
No.
Yes.
If he needs a Shaman.
Always Scotland for the Shaman.
He plays a Shaman. His
Skylar.
Julian wins. That's an N?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting an N, which I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. I'm pretty sure Julian's gonna
He's
have
just
it.
hoping Julian doesn't have the Tool Scrapper.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess in theory it would be good. But I guess he
Well,
doesn't have a max potion.
Everything's about to be knocked out.
Yeah.
Isn't that Mewtwo 10 away now? It had 60 on it before, so it has 130.
So Julian pushes up his Darkrai and
Juniper.
And yeah, he'll hit the
Yeah.
Tool
Draws
Scrapper.
his whole deck too.
Yep, he hits the Tool Scrapper.
And that's game 1. Julian wins.
Yep.
And now we're moving up to game 2. We just skipped the
Super
shuffle.
awesome cuts.
The
Don't
wolf
even
legit.
shuffle, just...
By the way, leave in the comments if you like that style, or should we just record the whole match at once? Can't promise that we can do either. We're still messing around with the
Yeah.
equipment.
Well, you never know. The viewers might want to watch people shuffle.
Learn the shuffling techniques.
Yeah.
How plays.
How to get that turn 3 Night Spear.
How to get that turn 3 Night Spear.
All right, Phil starts with the Durant here and a Bouffalant, so he does indeed play Bouffalant.
So Julian has to read the Durant. Just making sure what it does.
That was happening a lot today. A lot of people are reading
I had to go
cards.
ask what it did when
Right.
when Phil played it. I didn't ask him, but I had to go ask someone else. But
Dude, I don't know. I read Terrakion sometimes just to make sure.
Damage.
what does this retaliate attack do?
like just
What does
poison word.
Land Crush
Wow, this card's
do?
so good.
It's like,
I should play this card.
What type is this?
oh, it's weak to grass, right?
Oh, good thing I play that Levani or whatever it's called.
So Phil's gonna
He can
computer
be-
search.
Ooh, you can put that back on top.
Yeah,
Instant consistency.
it's just as good as Junk Hunt.
Except, yeah, it's except you get to draw one less card.
Well, it's not really drawing. It's just drawing card you want.
Yeah, I guess if it's in the discard. Yeah, he's gonna Ultra Ball for Landorus. I don't think he's.
I think that was Computer Search for Landorus, but...
right.
which he showed, but he didn't need to. Remember that?
Oh,
kids?
that was out of one of our takes.
I mentioned it in top 8 too. What are you guys doing?
And I told you it didn't matter if they're just gonna. Yeah, it's gonna. I think the attack's called Pull Out. Something to do with ants, maybe. Maybe something to do with metal. I don't know. But anyway, he puts Computer Search on top
pulling it
of
out
his
of the
deck.
discard, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe recycle.
It is a recycle, except no flip.
Julian energy searches for dark energy.
He's just probably gonna put that on Terrakion right away.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a Sableye
And a Darkrai.
And a Darkrai and an energy
he
switch.
doesn't even need Darkrai at this point.
No, he needs Darkrai to treat.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to get Sableye going. Oh, right. Yeah, he does need Darkrai to
What are you
retreat.
talking about, you fool?
So I don't play Darkrai. I
He
always
just
forget
passes,
this.
and he doesn't even play supporter, so
Did Phil even draw there?
I believe so.
That turn went by so fast.
I don't think he drew that turn.
Well, he would have the Computer Search in hand if he drew, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, he didn't draw.
Well,
yeah, sure.
No, you're Oz.
No,
Wait,
no,
he did
no,
draw.
no, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, that turn just went by so fast. I had no idea. If you can get an energy switch here.
Oh, he's just the retreat. That's rough. But he's, just want to apply the pressure on the Terrakions.
Man, Julian's hand is pretty dead.
Catcher. So yeah, he's just trying to stall right now.
That there be value.
He's got the Computer Search though. You'd have to think that he could just Computer Search for a Juniper or something.
Or a switch.
And it looks like he has another DCE in hand. And if he looks like
I would prefer to just attach the DC and Computer Search for like a Juniper or a switch.
Yeah, he's just gonna retreat again.
I don't like burning those DCs.
Yeah.
But
There is 90 on the. Well, no, I almost think Julian's about to play Gold Potion.
Yeah, the problem with this right now is like you just wasted 2 double colorless, and
There would have been more pressure, I think, if he powered up the Bouffalant.
you saw from the earlier game Julian plays multiple heal. I believe he plays at least
2 potion,
and a gold potion.
and there's Sableye to deal with. He can always get those catchers back and keep doing the same thing. And
Yeah,
there's
yep.
Gold Potions.
So undoes a lot of Phil's work.
So
So that Landorus is gonna get powered up.
I think he lost
Is
it.
it?
Well,
Yeah.
there's a second energy on it. So if he gets one more energy, then you can start.
I
Land
think I'd
Judgment.
save it for the Darkrai's, though. There's an energy. Oh, he's going to be able to
Well,
retaliate.
he doesn't have to discard though. Like he can just
No,
do 80.
no,
So
he
no.
doesn't. Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe he has a Juniper. No.
He
Why would
could
he
have.
be-
Well,
He
no,
would've-
because
no.
if he had the energy switch
Yeah.
before,
He
he would
would've
have started
thinned
to
it.
retaliate.
Or no, he would have
Or
been
even
thinning
grab
his
another
deck.
dark.
Okay,
he's
he had the Darkrai
Okay.
and then
Sableye.
Sableye.
Okay, so
What?
he was just waiting for the. He needed either Darkrai or the Sableye, but he just didn't want to leave
Yeah,
it so
maybe
they
he
could
just-
get damaged.
You didn't have the dark energy probably, so he didn't feel like the need to bench those.
Yeah.
But
So-
Landorus, if it does have 2 energy on it,
He get back an energy switch and a gold potion, but he leaves the 2 catchers in the discard.
that's okay. He still has 2 left.
Yeah, maybe he
right?
needs the energy right now.
Phil,
He
computer
needs to
searches
thin
for
his
a
deck
Juniper.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Gold Potion can help him stall out.
Gold potion is
Energy Search is always
really
like
useful.
a -1 to his deck.
I mean,
Sorry, I shouldn't say -1 like that, but it's a 0, isn't it? Because you play 1 card to get a card.
in theory, I guess.
The resources are different in Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as Yu-Gi-Oh. But I mean, Julian's almost negated most of Phil's work that he's done so far with the
And
gold
there's the
potions.
third energy. Maybe that's an Eviolite,
I believe that's 3 energy.
Yeah, that's
So you
3.
can land judgment just for 80.
which is what it is.
Yeah.
Now that Darkrai is in danger of being knocked out,
Now Julian's in trouble here,
he could
but
draw a supporter.
but he can just land
Even-
crush this turn
Even so, he does have
or
to.
retaliate.
I think that he has to do that. He has to go for a retaliate and then for a Night Spear and hope that
Or
field
even
can't.
a Land Crush, because that track
Yeah,
is
land crush.
damage free.
I believe I thought it was 30 on that one.
Still,
Yeah, it's not
to
enough
knock him
unless
out,
he has
unless
to
wants
discard
burn
the-
the energy, which I think
Yeah.
Julian would want.
I think Phil next turn, hopefully Phil's gonna want to capture the Darkrai and then burn the energy on that kind of land judgment.
Yeah.
The problem with that would just be that
Julian can just retaliate.
yeah.
Yeah, or Phil could he could just do 30 to the Terrakion, 30 to the Darkrai, and then land him next turn not having the discard. But that's if the Landorus that lasts that long,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
which it might not, especially if
yeah.
he doesn't get an Eviolite on it.
Oh, he Dark Patch too. He has an energy switch in hand, so he could start Night Spearing next turn.
Yeah,
I assume 30 or 10 on the Bouffalant, or nothing.
Now Phil needs an attachment this turn.
I don't think they put any damage on the bench.
no,
no, it's
he's
just retaliate.
It's
right?
retaliate, not that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm horrible.
There's a Skyla,
Let's
so
hope he grabs Juniper. He hasn't played anything in a while. Even an N would be. I wouldn't want to reset Julian's hand.
no.
So yeah, Juniper or Bianca. Bianca would be okay. He still has that computer search, I think. Potion.
Well, that's a good play.
It does, yeah. Negates or turns that into a 3-hit.
Yeah, turns the Landorus won't get knocked out next turn, and this turn you can do Hammerhead, which puts Terrakion at 60 and Darkrai at 30. So that next turn he could land Judgment either without having to discard for the knockout.
No, I think it just has 30.
I-
Oh no,
There's
it
30
has.
No, it is more. It is 90 on it or something.
Huh. Must have missed something.
He healed because he hit 2 Terrakions at the beginning, and then I think that was the bench
gold.
one.
I thought he gold potioned for
For
maximum.
one of
value.
them though.
I thought he did that for maximum.
No, but there was the
value.
one on the bench that had already taken damage from Hammerheads.
Yeah, it didn't have energy though. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think Julian has the Tool Scrapper in his hand.
He's
And
the gold potion. So
And there's a Skyla. I just assume he gets Juniper unless he can pull off a Night Spear this turn. And
He gets an
he gets
N.
N. That's okay.
interesting, he gets N over Juniper because Phil's hand is kind of dead at this point.
Well, no, he
it
don't.
is.
He just Skyled.
He Skyled for a potion though,
Right.
So he didn't.
Well, maybe he's bluffing. Maybe he just doesn't need to play anything right now. I mean, Phil is in a good spot. Julian has.
Julian could expect that, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he
and he
doesn't
retaliates for
yeah.
30. So that Landorus can just be knocked out this. Or sorry, that
Next turn.
Terrakion can just be knocked out now. Figured it could have before.
I don't know. I think he could have Skylight for an energy switch, right? He already has an energy switch in hand, so he could have Night Speared that turn.
But it wouldn't have knocked it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
just
yeah,
open.
yeah.
Because he's potion.
Double
Sorry.
Judgment.
Yeah. Phil's gonna have to start powering up a Bouffalant or a Mewtwo or something else.
Plus power.
I don't
Did he damage that Darkrai on the bench?
I don't believe so.
So he's just gonna go for catcher here. Probably computer search.
Yeah. Then he will just get knocked out by his retaliate.
And
No, he just ends.
Phil
He's
ends
digging
instead.
for a catcher then.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's fine. Maybe he drew the end. Yeah, he probably drew the end earlier and was just holding off because Julian had a bad hand.
Yeah, and since Julian Skylight for N, there was no point not to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But then Julian gets to play his own supporter next turn
Yeah.
after he uses whatever he gets off the end.
Phil needs a catcher though, otherwise that plus power seems wasted.
Yep.
Unless Julian has like his dice at 2 and 1 to represent 30, in which case that's just rude.
He also needs to start powering something else up for when that
I would
Landorus dies.
I would think Bouffalant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
Or-
problem with
Oh,
Buffalo.
it goes to
Durant.
Durant. Oh, he's used up 2 DC already.
Yeah.
Oh, he has the kill on the Darkrai. I
and
don't
his-
think he needs to do right now. He probably should have just killed the Terrakion.
I think he just wants to like limit Julian's option because if he knocks out a Darkrai, then Julian has to find another one, or else.
Well,
his-
everything on the field now
Landorus.
is weak to a Retaliate or a Land Crush. Especially Land Crush. Bouffalant and Durant will die to a Land Crush.
Yeah.
No matter if you eviolite them or what. I mean, you could have an Aspersia City Gym.
Phil does go
That
down
doesn't even
to
save it.
3 prizes. We'll have to see what Julian gets off his N to 6. He gets a Sableye. It's a dark
Probably junk hunt this turn then.
match.
Or maybe he's just burning it because he's going to Juniper.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. He has enough to retaliate this turn. Off an end to 6, it has to be at least.
Oh, and he has the energy on Darkrai and an Eviolite. Just all very good.
Good cards, good cards.
An energy switch. Maybe he can attack this turn.
I think he'll just retaliate. But...
Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets another fighting, then he's in a very good spot. So all of a sudden, Julian's in control of this game.
I think those two DCs really hurt Phil at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the problem with the Landorus Mewtwo Bouffalant deck. You need energy attachments early on.
Yeah, you can't be wasting them.
The deck doesn't have any energy acceleration.
Even just attaching and waiting a turn, and maybe hopefully getting a fighting and hitting for 60 next turn would have been okay. But as it is, he's got a fighting on board, and it's on the Durant, so he's not going to be putting any aggression up this turn. Julian's going to be able to catch up. Next turn, you'd have to assume Julian can Night Spear. He's going for Landorus again, which I don't think is going to be able to land Judgment. And if it does, that only puts him down to 1 prize. Junipers. They can't hear that.
Yeah, hopefully they can't hear
Can't
the
hear
sirens.
what?
That's the color.
I don't think so. No, they don't.
Oh yeah, it's
it
not
doesn't-
showing up on there.
Also, like last turn, Phil, he attached the fighting to the Durant right away instead of attaching to the Bouffalant.
I would have considered the Bouffalant.
Yeah,
unless he
because-
knows that 2 of his DC are prized.
Yeah, that would be quite unfortunate.
Yeah, but like to me, it's like if you're gonna attack with Durant, he had 2 energy in hand, so he can attach the energy to attack with Durant that turn if he needs to.
Or you could energy switch.
Yeah. But like putting it on Bouffalant just gives you the option that if you get DC, you can attack with Bouffalant that turn. While attaching to Durant means you're only gonna be able to attack with Durant next turn. Just minor things like that. But in the end, he hammerheaded.
Gonna try and kill both the Terrakion.
I think he's trying to put them just in one-shot range of Mewtwo.
Or even just keep hammerheading them.
Yeah.
Because Julian needs this...
No, he can retreat, but...
Bianca, did he shuffle his deck?
Was that the first card?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think he's going back in, so he just opted not to shuffle.
Right, because I probably would have stopped them if that happened.
I don't think anyone was paying attention.
No, I was. I think
you were
I saw
watching
that,
this?
but I figured Julian was either going to go back in or...
It's a minor thing.
Yeah, you should shuffle, though. And he's an energy, so I guess he's not going to go... Oh,
He's
yeah,
Skyless, so-
okay. So it doesn't matter.
For an N.
Oh. Phil's at 3.
If Phil can pull off an energy switch and an energy to knock out the Darkrai,
That's what he's going to need.
yeah,
That would win him the game.
then
That
he
would
needs
put
to.
him
He
in a
would
really
need to.
good spot.
Then he would need to draw
A DCE.
DC and possibly a catcher just to KO a Terrakion.
It's interesting that Julian's also just playing into that possibility. Because
Yeah,
did
it's-
Phil play energy switches
He's got a
game 1?
DC in his hand, too. He has the energy, he just needs the energy switch.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we did see energy switch from Phil game 1, but
I would think he plays it, though.
yeah, I would have to think so.
At
I would
least
assume
one.
he played it.
Probably 2.
We
No, but
also-
he put the DCE on Bouffalant, so he doesn't have it.
Do we see Max Potion last game as
No,
well?
we didn't.
Yeah, those seems energy switch and Max Potion seem like standard cards in this deck.
Maybe not Max Potion. You could probably argue against
I
Max
can
Potion.
understand people not playing Max Potion, but
Energy switch just seems too good,
yeah,
especially in a
you
deck
need it.
that
But, like-
needs the energy drops this badly.
But they also complement each other, the 2 cards. Like, if you're playing one, there's a good chance you're playing the other.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's playing if he's not playing those
Durant.
cards.
No, but that's like 4 spots.
Durant's so good.
4 Durant.
You don't need Max Potions, you got Durant.
Maybe he's playing more energy.
Yeah, to make
perhaps.
sure he gets consistent energy draw.
Maybe he's playing
He
5th
has
and
started
6th
with the
double
most
colorless.
games. 5th and 6th what?
Double colorless.
Yeah.
He's been discarding them pretty loosely.
So I think he just hammerheads here.
I think that's his only option.
Yeah.
Just Hammerhead and then hope to get Darkrai's and Bouffalant range.
He did plus power there, I think. So that Mewtwo's at 60. So if he gets a Tool Scrapper, he can Bouffalant kill it. Then it gets retaliated, and then he needs a Mewtwo response.
But this game's it's kind of close.
Yep. I wonder if Phil does play Energy Switch, though. We haven't seen it in
either game so far. Maybe he's trying to like make Julian think he doesn't play it by not doing Land Judgment this turn, so he can set up for an even more epic
he
play
didn't
later.
play anything. He just put the DCE on.
Yeah, it could be just
no, he
not
potions,
drawing
so
much.
that's
yeah. So it won't be able to get Gold Breaker next turn.
no. He could. He could just attach it to fighting.
Well, it won't knock it out though.
Oh yeah. But he could catch her that Terrakion, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't look good.
Yeah, now that Phil can't even get a knockout next turn on the Darkrai, and yeah.
I think Julian still has a lot of resources left as well.
Yeah.
So if he damages that Darkrai to like 150 or whatever, he could probably just get another one. He does have a Land Crush there too.
See, he's gonna get another Darkrai now.
Or it could be prized.
I think I mean,
it's prized.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Because
Did he kill
has he
one
discarded
earlier?
one? I think I see one in his discard.
I think one was KO'd earlier.
Yeah, I think one.
Oh, we are terrible at this.
So,
No,
yeah.
we knew from beforehand.
I believe I see one of his Darkrai's in the discard.
Yeah, one Darkrai was KO'd by a Land's Judgment with plus power.
right.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, then he is active, and then his third one is prized, assuming that he only plays 3, which makes
I would
sense if you're
think
playing
so.
Terrakion.
Yeah.
Usually if they're playing Terrakion, they play like 3 Sableye, 3 Darkrai, and 2 Terrakions.
Hey, you never know. Maybe he's playing 2 Darkrai, 4 Terrakion.
Yeah,
man, it's weird.
Terrakion's pretty good.
It's weird to think decks only play 8 Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember before you would play like 12 basics.
And they're not turbo decks, really.
Yeah.
Well, this could be turbo.
This is, this is a slower version of Darkrai, but still fairly quick
Turn
deck.
3 is like the latest you should be attacking.
Yeah.
Attacking for damage, anyway.
Phil is wondering what to promote here.
I would just think, well, I guess he doesn't have the energy other. Oh, no, but there's Line Crush, right?
I would assume. Oh, yeah.
Well, right now he can probably. Is there enough damage on the Darkrai to
No.
KO with with Goldbreaker?
No.
Uh,
He potioned it. So it has 30 on it with an Eviolite.
Well, this is.
It's not looking good.
Yeah.
For Phil.
He couldn't have known Julian had that potion, but I think I would have put the DCE on Mewtwo and then hopefully had a catcher on Terrakion there. Because then he's down to 2 prizes, and then his Mewtwo has 3 energy, or could have 2 to 3 energy on it with that.
And
Darkrai
also his
having
Bouffalant's
3.
way more effective without detracking.
Yeah. I wonder if Julian took a Darkrai off his prizes there.
Yeah,
And he pushes up Mewtwo, so I think it would have been better if he just attached to Mewtwo last turn. Oh, he has the Tool Scrapper. That's too bad that Julian had the potion then. I'm guessing he has Energy Switch. Or
he's going for it. At least.
5, 6. He has like 4 cards left in deck, so if we don't see an energy switch,
Eviolite on the Bouffalant, that's not gonna matter.
That doesn't make a difference.
I would have put another Mewtwo there.
Right.
Oh, he has
Yeah,
one anyway.
Yeah.
Does he have DCs left in his deck? Wait, how much
He
energy
should
is
have
on that Mewtwo right now?
Just one fighting, and then
Yeah, he
Eviolite.
attached for this turn.
Mm-hmm.
He was hoping for an energy switch. He must play it then.
So he captured the Terrakion, so he has to have the energy switch?
Otherwise, it's a waste of catcher.
He would have
Yeah.
captured the other Terrakion. Maybe he just forgot about the free retreat. And
Yeah,
he just passes, yeah. So I guess,
That's unfortunate.
yeah.
I think I would have saved that catcher in that situation since it has free retreat either way.
He could have, like I said, he could have catch up the other Terrakion, but Julian did have the energy anyways.
Yeah.
But if he did knock out that Terrakion, he would have been in a good spot. Or at least an okay one.
He would be in an
because
okay spot, yes.
Assuming Julian can't get a Scrapper or a Dark Claw, I think he only runs one of each. Then
Julian Juniper's, both players' decks are getting pretty thin.
Yeah. Like,
they both have. I think Julian has a couple ends left. He's a catcher.
Yeah, and
also-
Julian has
oh,
the hammer.
That's probably gonna seal the game.
Yeah,
up.
that's game. I'm pretty sure. That's 3 DCE gone.
That's-
Right now,
And it's looking like Phil doesn't run Energy Switch.
yeah, right now Phil, the only attacker Phil could possibly have would be a Landorus.
or Durant.
Metal.
Yeah, sure.
It needs metal to attack. He doesn't
No, I
have
don't
it.
mean to like do damage, but
I think its attack flips until you get tails and you do 30 times. So
ooh,
You
whoa.
could
Go
go
deep.
6
I
heads.
don't know, man. Maybe Phil's got that
Tech
Pro
flip
Tech.
TD. Tech flip TD.
Pro Tech. Yeah, let's drop it. We have a game on our hands, folks.
And it just gets land crushed then.
Aw. Yeah, at this point that's Dark Claw on the Darkrai, right? On the bench, so
Spear.
That does not look like an Eviolite, so.
yeah. I don't know, Rocky Helmet's pretty good.
Rocky Helmet is good.
Especially now that it's gold.
Yeah, what was I gonna run on that? Before I found Benji, I was gonna run a deck with Rocky Helmet. It's gonna be good.
But is there any damage on the Mewtwo?
This is 90 now.
90?
Or
No, 70.
70. It should be 70.
well,
if
no,
you
he
attach
did
the Eviolite.
30 with it to it before.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
it's
So
perfect
it's
range.
at 100.
Yep.
So yeah, with an EV it'll be knocked out.
And Julian can still have the Dark Claw attack, or he can have a Tool Scrapper.
Not much Phil can do at this point.
Although,
he's
He's
healed.
going up.
as you can probably notice, the recording goes on for 10 minutes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers!
They can tell this.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, it'll be there.
No, what if we decide to cut it off early? Oh my god. Corey.
Yeah, we had the footage. We just decided to cut
Yeah.
it early.
Yeah.
What if
Just
we're
like top 8.
putting extra footage so like
Oh, I
think
guess
the
that
game's going
Mewtwo
on?
doesn't have 30 on it.
Hmm?
I guess the Mewtwo doesn't have 30 because Phil's attaching to it.
Well, I think Phil's attack.
And Phil had enough to
get attached
Juniper
it,
again, so his deck wasn't that
but
thin.
his deck's getting his deck is
This is
pretty
just
thin now.
Yeah, but before
Yeah,
it had-
it could just be the Ultra Pros. Ultra Pros seem.
they
I
always
believe
seem.
Julian's
Well, no, they
is pretty
seem
thin,
they
though.
seem like a full deck whenever I play them. Like if I have 10 cards left, maybe not 10, but 20, it looks like I have 40. Like,
Yeah,
look at that now, 60. Well, that looks normal, I guess.
So
Is that Ultra Pro?
I think
No, this is Player's Choice.
Phil's just ultra balling now, maybe for Landorus.
I kind of think that's a sort of fault in how he's playing. He seems to just be going for Landorus because it's Darkrai. Which isn't exactly wrong, but Mewtwo and Bouffalant aren't horrible against it.
That being said, I think Landorus needs the heal to like combat the Darkrai's.
Especially when they're fully powered
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
backup attacker.
I think a key thing is that Phil hasn't been able to really use Bouffalant that effectively because Terrakion's always been a threat.
Yeah.
Because like usually, I mean, the fact that Bouffalant does 120 to Darkrai and Darkrai 2 shots at Bouffalant,
He must have an energy. Oh,
he's
No,
going for Durant.
Durant.
I mean, technically, it makes sense because Julian does have 2 prizes left, and Julian's probably going to have to knock out an
But
EX.
what can he... I mean, I guess he can get back a card,
He got back a fighting energy, I believe.
Or you can get back to N.
but then he hammerheads and gets hit for 90. And then,
isn't even that effective because Julian just has enough
Yeah.
on board.
Julian draws.
yeah, that other Darkrai, he has the energy in hand too. He already attached this turn.
Yeah.
But he has everything he needs to attack next turn. Or attack with that other Darkrai.
And
he has a potion. It's a very strong board from Julian right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be up against this board in tournament.
Well, he has 9 energy in play. Whenever
Yeah.
that happens, it's like
Scoop it off.
And an EV on
yeah, you
stable eye.
just scoop up your cards.
Compared to 1. Oh, and he's junk hunting. He's just going to grab...
Catchers.
Catchers, yeah, he's
Yep.
just going for game.
You might as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Phil didn't get the.
How many ends have Phil played? I thought he has a few left.
Well, he can't deck because of Durant.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about
Yeah,
the
and
decking
Phil
part,
does
but-
get the end. Phil does get the
Yeah.
end. Ends him to 2.
But Julian's deck is pretty thin, so there's a good chance he could just drop into his catchers, even though.
Yeah,
Even
well,
then, he could just
Julian
junk
is
hunt
shuffling.
He has
Yeah,
a
we could-
random receiver. He could just junk hunt for that.
Yeah, you can just junk on them again or something.
While Julian was shuffling, I saw at least a Juniper, a Bianca, and an N, so he still has resources
And even
left.
if he doesn't draw it, like there's no downside to attacking with Darkrai right now.
Yeah.
Well, now there is, but Phil must have the fighting if he's already attached it already. The damage is not really gonna matter, I guess. Go for that Terrakion. Kind of would have thought to put it on that other Darkrai though.
So
If he still has a catcher left, he can land
I believe
Judgment.
Julian has a sport.
No, he
has a dark
gets an
energy.
energy.
He's dead energy on board.
Pretty strong.
When's the last time you saw that? I don't think I've seen that in a while. Maybe Ho-Oh.
Darkrai
Maybe
Dragon's
Darkrai
kinda good,
Dragon. Yeah. This isn't an energy. Well, it has Dark Patch, but
I mean, with Darkrai before, I've been able to put a fair amount of energy on board.
yeah, not 10 though.
No, not 10. Not 10. But not almost all the energy in my deck.
So Julian Night Spears and puts 30 on the Durant.
So at this point, even though he doesn't have a catcher, he should be able to win fairly soon.
Right.
Or he could Eviolite.
So maybe
Julian's probably holding a Scrapper or can get a Scrapper.
I think Phil just might play like 4 Eviolite.
And a couple potion.
Not the
Maybe
worst.
that's where the spots went.
Yeah.
Whereas energy switches are prized.
That would be unfortunate. Because they would have definitely made a difference this game.
Oh yeah, or even attaching the DC to that Mewtwo would have made a huge difference.
Yeah.
He should know by now that Julian does not play Mewtwo.
So Phil just hammerheads.
He does get a knockout, which he goes to 2 prizes, but I think Julian does win here.
Did he? No, he didn't even attach. He needed to attach there.
Yeah.
No, so Julian is... He is the
Just-
Dark
Yeah,
Claw.
that's
Yeah,
a
Dark
knockout
Claw on the
anyway.
Eviolite. Which will knock it out, and that will be match, I believe.
Yeah, Julian wins the set
Yep.
2-0,
2-0,
and there's still 4 minutes left in this video.
apparently. But
So I didn't spoiler too much.
Yeah, so Julian advances to the final,